Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our special guest today. We have assistant basketball coach Juan Cardona and senior forward Felipe Haase. Welcome on the show, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course. Just a quick overview of the two. Juan Cardona is the new assistant coach for the Golden Eagles, joining the team from Mercer and also having experience at Miami Christian High School in Miami, Florida, where Felipe Haase is also from, where he led the program. Coach Cardona led the program to 2 state titles. He also led the Miami Tropics AAU program from 2016 to 2019 and also coached for 7 different pro organizations in Puerto Rico and Mexico as well. And also, as I stated, we have Felipe Haase, who is coming from Mercer and Miami Christian High School, too. So, guys, could you just talk about the connection you two built up just coming to Southern Miss? It seems like a story that's just foretelling. Like, how could this happen? Like, could y'all just talk about that?
I'll start it real quick. It's been a crazy relationship. You know Coach Juan for 7 years now. We clicked right away when I met him in Miami. Had the opportunity for play for him over there, and after that I had to go away to play for South Carolina. Then I moved to Mercer when I found out he was going to take the job over there. So I decided to transfer over there, and it happened basically the same over here, and I didn't doubt the opportunity. Heard great things about Coach Lanner too, so it wasn't that hard to make a decision and come to Southern Miss.
For me I mean, Felipe has been the guy that changed the future of my family. You know what I mean? Because we met through a text message, so I never knew him. I knew of him, but I saw him play the FIBA qualifiers because his team was trying to go to the World Championships. And they were playing Puerto Rico. I said, I see this big man. I'm like, hold on. What are we watching here? So I shoot him a messenger text, and next day he responded. And at the time, he had like 5-7 offers of high schools that wanted him to go over there. But we clicked right away, and from there we've been together. You know what I mean? And like he said. First of all, he thought I was a trainer because first day he got there, I put him into some crazy circuits and running and all that stuff. Like, what am I doing here? But everything at the end made sense, and man, I you know he knows I love him like a son, and his family to me and to our family. And when the situation came about at Southern Miss, I mean, we needed a guy that can put all the pieces together. You know what I mean? And people, they don't realize Felipe. All he had coming out of high school was Louisville, Purdue, was South Carolina, but at the end of the day, he chose the best situation for him, and we're right back together because we always talked about La Familia, and I think if you keep it simple like that, the family will take care of you. You take care of the family will take care of you.
Of course. Now, would you say you guys are inseparable now?
I mean, at some point we know he's gonna have his own route, and that hopefully will be the NBA. That's how highly I think of him, but hey, I'm just happy to see him develop and become the man that he's becoming every day.
And Felipe was talking to us about kind of the other guys too, because now got a lot of other guys. Coach Ladder credited you to kind of bringing them too. Just overall, kind of what connection does this team have, and how does that play into just how y'all work?
Like I said in the press conference the other day, it's been an easier adaptation for how much work and new stuff we're trying to do. Like the adaptation in terms of just changing the whole defense, offense system has been very easy for them reasons too. I get along with Nefta, play with him for forever now. Nico and Marcelo, I know what they like to do and stuff like that. But the other guys were the ones that I really adapted really quick too. Like AC, Austin Crowley is amazing, and Dre, Najee been really good, and Najee. Stuff that they make it easy for you to adapt, and I'll take a lot of credit for that. So it's not just the relationship that I had before with my other teammates. It's an overall of how Coach Lanner preaches practice and makes everybody involved and keeps everybody together. That helps you fit in right away without taking too much. That's why.
Oh, and for us, it's been fun because like he was alluding to, it's a lot of work, man. You know what I mean? But Felipe Haase is a guy that's and not because he's here. You know what I mean? I'll tell him he knows what I feel about him. The second he walks in a court, he'll make everybody else better. You know what I mean? Because you as a coaching staff, you gotta be ready to coach him because he'll think about what you're saying and if it doesn't make sense, you know what I mean, you're gonna kind of lose him a little bit. So and he's all about, and that will be for the coaches, but on the player side, everybody loves him because he's about everybody else, and at the end he'll think about him. And what that's been our biggest thing, where I know sometimes, and Coach Latner has seen it a little bit, sometimes it will require individual talent. And he brings that. But because he makes it about everybody else will know when his time on the game will be. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's been fun all around. I think we have a special team. And we're putting it together little by little. I don't know if you guys heard what I said in the previous interview, but man, it's about them, and we just riding the wave with them. Yes, sir.
I want to ask you a little bit about yours and Coach Ladner's background. I've got a quote here from Coach Ladner at the press conference. I flew over to watch one of his players, and he and I just kind of hit it off. I recruited one of his players, and afterward, he and I went to Hooters. Could you just talk about
no doubt
y'all's meeting and how maybe y'all's relationship has grown throughout the years?
No, I respect Coach Latner like you guys don't have. I mean, I have no idea, because I respect that he comes from the bottom, doing the high school gig, then JUCO. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing that was given to him. He earned everything he's gotten in life, and when he flew down there, it was a 6 a.m. workout that I had, and I was. You know what I mean? And I was screaming. He thought something was happening, like for real. You know what I mean? And but that's the way that we run stuff down there. And I just trying to make it about the kids, because if the more kids we get into Division I, the better the program will be. So and there's a different way that if you make it about kids, God will make sure you'll be okay. You know what I mean? I don't know how it works, but it does. And so when we met, he was recruiting one of my point guards, Harry Santiago, and when he saw him in Miami Christian, right after we were doing we started talking and X and O's and what type of defense he runs. I mean, just basketball talk. So we went to Hooters and we hit it off right away. We always stay in contact. I always told him, hey, whatever I can do to help. You know what I mean? We always stay connected. And the opportunity presented itself, and we're here, and I'm having a blast. It's been a blessing to me and my family, and you're gonna see it the way we work. You're gonna see it the way we play and work every day in this basketball season.
And just overall, kind of short period from now, from when y'all came and the start of the season, just overall, what's your experience been here in Hattiesburg on campus and just within the program?
It's been good. To be fully honest. I didn't have much expectations about Southern Miss. I didn't know much, but when we came in to visit, I saw it. I like the atmosphere. It is a very close and like, how do you say, like the culture of sports in Southern Miss has always been good from back in the day. So you can see that. You can see the old arena. Like, it's just, I guess, the same way it is, just the course changing. So you feel that something has happened here before. So in that terms, on the court, it's been great. Off the court, I'm loving it. It's just, we have a great time with the guys. We always in contact with each other, just making fun of each other, just having a good time. So that's been really good. And on the court, it's been straight up business. We we get out of court just hurting and just elbow somebody. You have fights on the court. I'm saying fights, but it's just competitive stuff. And when you get off the court, it's just laughs and good times. So I'm really appreciative of that from the team. So I ain't got nothing bad to say as right now, and I hope I don't. But it's been great. It's been great.
Also, Felipe, just in your last year of eligibility this year, could you just talk about what do you what do you look forward to bringing to this team and setting the tone for this year, especially in your last year?
I'd win. Last year, I feel like I had a pretty good year personally, but we didn't make it to a tournament. That is the ultimate goal. So, other than just personal stuff and all that is to the side. I mean, I'm the old guy in the team. I know that if you win, everything else takes care of itself. So the main point and the only point is winning. So that's my main focus this season, and everything else will take care of itself if you just do the right things.
Felipe, you touched on culture a little bit earlier. We asked Coach Ladner. He says he thinks that's the difference between maybe last year's Southern Miss squad and this year's, the veteran-led culture. So how's that culture been? How's that compared to maybe other places? And do you think he's on to something there?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Do you see our blood boilers or whatever it's called, the drills? We just dive on the floor just to start practice. It's like breakfast. You know, you just get up and you just know that you have to dive for loose balls, take charges, and stuff like that. Is before it used to be like, oh, we have charges, or other teams like we have drills that require you giving out your body for the team, and it's like it doesn't feel right. You feel is not the thing. But here, it took, I don't know, before I even got here in the summer, they were doing these drills and everybody was already on point. They knew it was just what you gotta do, and that's how cultures are. Like you just know you just gotta do the right things, and that's what it's supposed to do, and you gotta do it. And it's been like that since I got here in June or something. So like that's just culture that keeps growing, and people just come and sees that, and they know they gotta do it because that's how it's run. So it's been great. Coach Ladner is on point on that for sure, and we're just trying to keep building it more and more and more.
Coach, could you touch on the veteran-led culture as well? Have you seen the progress that Coach Ladner and Felipe have talked about?
No doubt, and to refer back to the point that Felipe is making, every coach has to figure out what class is going to help them. You know what I mean? And that's why in Division I you get 3-year, 4-year, 5-year contract, because it doesn't happen overnight. Mm-hmm. But finally you get a leader like Felipe. Now you got leaders in other spots, in other positions. Now you're going to have a different type of team, because at the end of the day, we are as good as the players we get. You know what I mean? The basketball coaches, I mean, they looking for that class that can change their life. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. College, high school, professional, you're as good as the players you get. And I think we as a staff, starting with Coach Ladner, Nick Williams, Say Carson, all the staff members, the staff is great, man. And if you want to lead down there in the court, you got to start being you need a unit on the top in the office, you know what I mean, as a staff. And I think this class, this year, they picked us 14, but they will regret picking us 14, because we're going to feel, and like I said, people think I'm emotional. No, Bobby, I've been doing this since 18 years old, and I'm 44. I know when I see a team that can go places, now, winning is very hard. But me, like I always have this conversation with Coach, I'll take this team against anybody. Now, you got to bring it every day, because when you come here, when we go to you, it's business. Because out of 14 teams, it's only one going to the tournament. You know what I mean? So that right there is business right away. And whatever they say, we're 14, they can pick us 20 if they want. That's why you play this season now. They'll see when they see Southern Miss, they're like, what's happened here? So that's I told one interview like 2 weeks ago that we're gonna win it, and I stand by it. I'm not gonna change. I mean, and if people want to talk and just side talks, whatever, I'm okay with it. Whatever you think we are, we agree. Can we move on? We're gonna be ourselves no matter where we go. And you're gonna see it. We're gonna show it with actions, and that's all I gotta say. You know what I mean? So we have a special group of guys that love each other, and they like each other. Right, so when you got that type of chemistry, starting like he said, and he said it that he's the older guy. He is the older guy, but he's been through some battles. And we're talking about a guy here that had the opportunity to go pro, and made a lot of money and come here because he want to live that experience and go into the NCAA tournament. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? So if we get the goals ready to go since day one, you're gonna see the result and at the end of the season. But if you don't know what you're going, you can go anywhere. So we're very excited. I'm sorry I took a little long, but that's how I feel. And I'll say it here. I say it 2 weeks from now. I know where we going, right? So whoever picks us 14 is gonna look very bad.
Coach, I was gonna ask you what kind of coach you were, but I think you just put it on display.
No, that's the only way I know how to be. You know what I mean? Because I don't have anything else. This is what I do. I'm a basketball coach. I just can't stop today and do something else. You know what I mean? My family depends on it, and I think I show it every day what the deal is.
Coach, and
I jump in real quick, and that's every day from 6 in the morning for 4 in the morning to whatever time you go to bed. It's just non-working stuff, and it's something that me personally has helped me a lot just to bring it, because you gotta match somebody's energy. So the team feels the same way, and when we see it, it's just different. It's every day, 24/7, nonstop energy and motion that is key, I think, for this team.
And just going back into that culture right there, Coach, both of you guys have played for your national teams and coached for the national teams. Could you just talk about being Hispanic Heritage Month? What does that mean for you guys to rep your culture and bring it here to Mississippi?
I always say it here. It's nothing that give me more chills than just standing here in my national team and singing my national team before I'm about to play any game for my national team. So it's something that it's with me all the time. I got my flag in my room. It's something that it's always, whatever I'm going through basketball wise, is for me to prepare to take my national team where I want to be. So culture, my personal culture, my country are related to basketball. Everything is just everything to me. Like I said, it's nothing that drives me more than that. And just proud all the time. Every time, where you from? I always say like my team. Like I don't say Miami or anything that I've been. It's just Chile. That's my thing. That's what I really live for or motivates me to. So it's plain and simple. It's everything to me. So I'll pass it out to him.
Oh, and I think when you go see, like, for example, Chile play in the national team, the fans are crazy. You know what I mean? Because that's who represents them as a country. And you go to Argentina, you go to Brazil, they have a different passion for what they do. You know what I mean? So now when you bring that type of culture here, it basically means that they don't take anything for granted. You know what I mean? Because they only what percentage out of the NCAA guys from Latin America or from Europe that can play college basketball. You know what I mean? So you actually taking somebody else's places. I mean, somebody else plays in college basketball, but they earned it. There's nothing that's been given. You know what I mean? They whatever they've been before, they have done their job, right? And when they played out there in TV, they're a reflection of their family, mom, dad. All those days where they didn't see it, but mom and dad just kept being persistent. The mentors, we have a great mentor together, Art Alvarez, that gave us an opportunity in Miami. You know what I mean? That, being a Cuban guy, you know what I mean? That understand the culture, and we just got to be elements of help. You know what I mean? Just to help the guys who's going to come next to us, after us. What I wanted to say, because there's not a lot of opportunities. You know what I mean? So now you get and he hates when I do this. You get a Felipe Haase on campus now. When he can go, whoever's coming from Latin America, said, man, Felipe went there. Let me check that place out, because if he was successful there, now I might be successful as well. So now he becomes a recruiter for you, but you got to make it about the kids. You know what I mean? If you don't make it about the kids, you have no chance at recruiting, because when they talk, they're gonna talk. Players talk. So when whoever comes up talks to Felipe and say, no man, just don't go there. Or the way we put in our program together is go there because they're gonna take care of you. You're gonna have fun instead of nothing. Like everything's gonna be the way they said it was gonna be, and you're gonna get better as a player, because that's at the end of the day, that's what happens. And you have to have an exit plan where after here they're gonna take care of. What I mean is after college you're gonna get a pro contract, because they have those type of connections. So everything makes sense. You go help the family will help you. Simple.
Of course. And before we get you guys out of here, any last thoughts and words on the season coming up?
1 month away from today.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 month. It's been quick. I'm happy for that on some terms, because it means I'm having fun, a lot of fun, and just excited, man. Excited to do the things right, and that will bring people to the gym. It'll even help the culture on the court even more by just getting people connected, more fans, more everything. So it's just exciting. Can't wait, and hopefully, like Coach Juan said, make that guy that picked us 14 or them guys that picked us 14 look very bad. So that's what I got.
This is my second time saying this, right? Buy your tickets or your season tickets, because you don't want to be left out, because we're going to fill it up. That is 8,500, right? There are going to be people waiting to get in. That's all I'm saying. Some people will believe me, another one won't. But that's okay. When they be asking you guys for tickets, they say, hey, they told you, and they told you a month before. So appreciate you guys having me and having Felipe here, man. I'm excited and blessed to be here to do what we love, and looking forward to meeting everybody that's going to support us. I mean, and the ones that doesn't support us as well, because they're going to be the ones saying, oh, we always knew you could do it. You know what I mean? So it's all love for everybody and respect.
Thank you, Coach. Okay.
Sorry, missed to the top.
Amen.
Thank y'all.
Thank you,
Yes,
Coach.
thank y'all.
Felipe. Without further ado, we'll be back from break. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Southern Miss men's basketball assistant coach Juan Cardona and senior forward Felipe Haase. We'll be back with our flowers section soon to wrap up 4th Street.
Thank you.